welcome back to Buckle Up. My name is Rob Wilson.
And my name is Harry George Foreman Grill, and this is a VW ID.3, and it's just been facelifted, Robert.
Let's find out what's changed.
Okay, we're going to start here at the front because that's where the majority of the external changes have occurred. So, there's no plastic bit here anymore.
No.
It's all just a bonnet.
It is just a bonnet.
It's made of metal.
But have you seen these creases?
And it's got angry little eyebrows.
It's got some creases that I think they've borrowed from the chunkier Volkswagen models.
Yes, and to go with its angry eyebrows, it's got angry jowls as well.
It's actually, it was a bit anonymous, this car, previously.
Yeah.
It blended in a lot.
Inoffensive.
Yeah.
This is a bit more...
That's actually fairly aggressive.
They are quite aggressive.
Yeah.
It gives it a better stance, I think.
Yes, it looks more purposeful,
And it actually, for some reason, it makes me think the entire car is lower.
Yeah.
Because it looks a little bit wider.
Yes.
In my mind, it makes it look lower.
Yeah. It isn't.
It isn't. It's the same height as always.
Yeah.
But otherwise, on the exterior...
Basically the
There's
same.
not a lot of changes.
No.
In terms of general exterior design, obviously you've got a front light bar.
Yeah.
Nice big white VW badge.
Yeah.
To fit in with the light bar. They're not allowed to illuminate that in this country because of rules. You've got a silver strip around your roof.
You do.
And then a contrast black roof. That's
it's glass
in this one.
Yeah. You've still got these quarter lights though.
And you still do have these quarter lights. Stationary quarter glass, as we know.
Stationary quarter glass. And you've got, I think these wheels are new as well.
That's good reporting.
Yes.
They're probably new wheels.
To the back.
At the back, there has been no large changes.
No.
But you do get this contrast colour going all the way to the bottom of the boot lids.
Yeah.
You've got white badging along with another white badge here. Yeah. To continue that theme.
Yeah.
And, as with all VWs, this is the handle.
Oh, just before you do that.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing to have.
Rear wiper.
Yeah. Not everyone does it.
Not everyone does it.
And it's a nice thing to have.
It is a nice thing to have.
So there you go. Anyway, that's my 2 pence.
In here
are our bags.
We have many things to demonstrate the fact that this has nearly a 400 litre boot, 384 litres.
Yeah.
Which is big.
It is big. It's bigger than the MG4.
Yes.
Which is probably its main rival at this point.
It's the same size, Rob, as the Cupra-born.
Do you know what? I would never have guessed that.
There's a false floor.
There is.
It comes all the way out.
It does. There's many cables.
Yeah, and under there you will find your charging cables. Now, of course, if you want the full 384 litres, you will have to remove this. But you won't want to do that because if you put this back into place...
Oh, shall I do that from in here?
Yeah, and you do that from in there.
I can fold these seats down.
Rob can fold those seats down. And then what you'll find...
Look at that.
If I remove this...
Pop that parcel shelf out.
Just slide it all the way in.
Look at that action. Look at that parcel shelf action.
So you get a continuous load space. It's not entirely flat, but it's very practical if you want to buy a chest of drawers.
Yeah.
Which is what a hatchback's supposed to do.
Exactly.
It's still a hatchback, even though the electric motor, Rob, is under this boot floor.
Yes, and it's rear-wheel drive.
Yes.
Same as it was previously.
Yes, yes. The question is, has putting a big old battery, 58 kilowatts, spoilt the rear legroom?
Well, let's try it.
So to me, Rob, it looks like your knees. So how are you doing for room, Rob?
I'm alright, actually.
As Buckle Up's resident tall person.
Yeah, this is in my driver's position-ish, and I can swing my knees behind it, which is pretty good.
Though, of course, you are swinging your knees because the floor is raised.
It is raised. This is something that happens in every electric car, basically.
Yeah, to some extent.
So it's actually probably less so in here than when I've been in the back of an MG4. I feel like I was at way more of an angle in that.
Yeah.
Definitely less than in the back of a Leaf.
Yes.
That had a big old angle on it.
And how's your headroom?
Not brilliant, but again,
C-segment hatchback, so
Yeah.
it's probably slightly better than you would expect.
well, yes, it's going to be better than it would be in, say, a Golf.
yeah.
But yes, my head does touch if I sit up straight, but I wouldn't.
And then just next to you, you've got a middle headrest.
Yeah, a middle headrest. Funny that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've also got a one of these.
You've got an armrest, but
Yeah.
also, I believe, if you pull something,
This.
yeah, you've got a ski hatch.
I do have a ski hatch, and that's quite a nice feature to have on this
Size of car.
Yeah, because the MG4 definitely doesn't have that.
No.
The Leaf doesn't have that.
Now, VW are quite good about that, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
You can get a Golf with one as well.
Yeah, and not that this is yet available with four-wheel drive, but it will be at some point
Most likely.
in a GTX, GTI form, whatever they want to call it. Skis, four-wheel drive, 300 horsepower,
Up the mountain.
Alps. It's coming. The future's coming.
Just briefly, on a practicality basis, there's no seat back pockets.
There aren't any. No, I'm trying.
You've got 2 USB-Cs,
You do down here, yeah.
which is very good.
Yeah.
You've got decent-sized door pockets. They're bigger than just a bottle holder,
They are, yeah.
which is all right. And you do have Isofix on the outer seats, and on the front passenger seat, actually, with plastic removable clips
Yes.
to cover them. And the upholstery and everything
I was just going to say,
is markedly better.
more interesting and feels better quality. And this rear bench feels quite soft.
Yeah,
Like
it's,
comfy?
It's comfortable.
I don't feel like I'm sat on a stone like
Yeah.
you do in some cars.
Yeah,
And
everything is just a bit nicer than it was before.
This is hard. I
but
don't care.
It's got like a
But yeah.
soft edge to it. I
Yeah.
can't really.
No, it's hard plastic, but it's not horrible.
No, it's not 2000s Renault.
No, and this is soft to put your arm on, and this is nice. It's definitely
They've definitely made all of the interior
Yeah.
a bit nicer to a lot nicer, depending on which bit it is.
yeah.
But to see the a lot nicer bits, shall we get into the front?
Yes, let's do that.
Hello, darling.
Hello, sweetheart.
So the front, you've still got play and pause.
I do.
On
I daren't touch it because it's in park.
it is in park.
Okay,
You've still got that gauge cluster there
you do, which
your-
moves with the steering wheel.
with the steering wheel, and you've got your twiddly bit,
Twiddly bit.
up on the binnacle, so you don't lose your windscreen wiper control.
Yep, Mercedes-Benz. Looking at you.
Or ID Buzz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. However, everything else, it seems, has changed.
Yeah.
There's
Soft.
soft touch
Soft.
everywhere.
Soft.
Even the tops of the doors feel
Yeah.
nicer than they used to.
Yep. This
Very
feels
nice.
It feels nice.
This is nice.
Yep. Nice bit of.
You do unfortunately
Piano black.
still have all of the touch-sensitive buttons.
You do.
If you live, Rob, did you know this? If you live in a left-hand drive market, you know they fixed all of that stuff.
Yes, I did know.
Yeah,
that.
it's much better. But because we live in England and VW hate us,
Yeah.
they're not going to give that stuff to our right-hand drive market
Yet.
yet.
They are going to in 2 years, is what we've heard,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
But it was going to be coming
now. So unfortunately, that means you've still got this infotainment screen, which still has unilluminated temperature controls
And volume. And everything. There is no proper button in this interior, as
No.
far as I can work out. Even the things for selecting which mirror you want to move are touch sensitive.
Yeah. It's the future.
It's something. And it works. I mean, it's fairly responsive. But it's nicer to just twist a dial.
It is, and also the light and windscreen controls are here, which is not a brilliant place ergonomically because I cannot see it
No.
from where I'm sat right now, and I'm the driver. But also, before we started filming, I wanted to press it to demonstrate something, and I forgot that none of them are actually buttons. It's all just touch sensitive.
Yeah, you press 5 things at once.
And I turned everything on. I had the front fogs on, the rear fogs on, the heated windscreen came on, all the lights of the car came on.
And we discovered, when trying to operate the roof, which isn't going to do anything now, for some reason. Oh, here we go. So you stroke the ceiling in this little indent, that if you slightly overshoot that, you accidentally phone up VW information.
Yeah. Let's close that.
Or
open it even.
Although interesting to note, it opens and closes into the front, which is unusual.
It is unusual.
Presumably for packaging reasons. You've got armrests.
Yes, you do. Lovely, lovely, sweet, sweet armrests.
Which is nice. That feels quite premium. And you do have a lot of space up here.
It is big. It's way more room than in a Golf.
Yeah, I think though, because there is a centre console that goes all the way forwards, it doesn't feel quite as spacious as an MG4.
No, because that's completely open.
It's completely open.
Yeah, you can stick your foot in the passenger footwell if you wanted to in that car.
Yeah.
Not that you should do that.
You do have a sort of interesting low centre console design.
Yeah.
It's a bit plinty.
Yeah, but you've got 2 proper cup holders.
Yep.
You've got a space to store your phone here, which is nice.
Yes, it actually slides in.
Yeah, and then you've got a
big concealed compartment.
It's huge, and it's got 2 USB-Cs in it.
And a divider.
Oh, we'll take that home with us.
And you don't miss not having a centre console lid up here because you've got your armrest.
Exactly.
Lovely.
Yeah. This is definitely just a huge improvement.
It is. It's still all manual seat controls though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I like that.
I like it as well, but it's worth mentioning because some
people are weird.
Think that if you're spending £37,000,
I believe so,
in the case of this model right here, then you should have electric seat controls. And the MG4 does.
Yeah, in its top spec, yeah.
In its top spec, which is less than this.
Yep.
I think this interior is nicer though.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Now
it is. Yes, I agree. Everything's built nicely.
Yeah, they've brought back VW build quality.
I can't. Yeah,
nothing
screwed in.
Nothing rattles or wobbles or. It's all.
Should we drive it?
Yeah, let's see if it's as fun as a Kia Soul.
You're obsessed with that car.
I like the Kia Soul.
So Harry, this feels like it would handle anything at 3 miles an hour.
There we go. It's in sport mode.
Sorry, it's in what?
Sport!
That's what I thought.
Mode.
Right, okay.
Wow, that felt like 0 to 60 seconds in 7.4... No. That felt like 0 to 62 miles an hour in 7.4 seconds.
Yeah, that would be impressive if you'd done 60 seconds in only 7 seconds.
Yeah.
That would be like doing the Kessel run in 12 parsecs.
Yeah. So it's not slow.
No, it's not slow at all.
So this has 204 PS.
Yep.
310 Newton meters of torque.
Yep.
This has the middle or small battery?
So I think there's only 2 currently.
So it's
the smaller,
which
is 58 kilowatts.
Yes.
Of usable space.
Yes.
It's actually 62 kilowatt battery.
Kilowatt hour, Rob.
Sorry.
People might get confused.
Yeah. I would never.
Which will give it a WLTP range of basically 260 miles.
266 miles is what they claim, but in the real world, according to this, it's probably going to be about 230.
Yeah, which is fine.
But this is currently doing 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour.
That's a long way below what they claim it will do.
They claim 4.3. But we haven't been driving it until right now. This has been driven by
a reckless hooligan known as Auto EV.
But I can tell you that just like before, in the other ID.3 that we've both driven,
the pre-facelift.
The pre-facelift car, this feels okay.
It's not a thrilling drive.
No. But it's not that kind of car. If this was a GTX
Yeah.
one, then I'd be like, oh, well, that's not good enough. But it is. It's perfectly fine for every normal user, day-to-day stuff. You know, I'm not...
There's just as much driver engagement as you get in a Tesla.
It drives fine. No, it does.
I mean, it does.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I'm not saying that as a, like, there's a problem with it. It drives fine. It doesn't drive sporty. It doesn't drive terribly.
It is to
it's
cars.
Just fine.
It is to cars what Norwich is to cities.
Yeah, it's just there. And there's nothing wrong with that because VW want to sell millions of them. And to sell millions of them, it has to just be a car that's there.
It's a middle-of-the-road kind of car.
Yes, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
In this context, because that's what this car needs to be.
Yes.
It's not trying to be something it isn't.
No.
I respect it for that. It's comfortable.
It is very comfortable.
It's very quiet.
Very quiet. There were two bad points about the ID.3 before, and it was the infotainment
Yep.
and the interior quality.
Yeah.
They've fixed the interior quality.
Yep. They fixed the infotainment not in this country.
Yeah. But also, if you're going to use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, you won't ever have to deal with this. It's only...
You still do for your climate.
It's
and
only
stuff.
the climate
Yes,
controls.
but that's a really big... That is a problem.
It depends on you.
It is for me. It would annoy the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I know it would.
I could live with it.
I haven't got the patience, as you can probably tell.
But also, I set my climate control to low.
Yeah, you're
Always.
Yes, I know. Yeah, regardless.
So it doesn't matter.
If it's the depths of winter.
Yep.
Low.
Yeah. I'd like some more cold air, please.
Actually, it's got a lot of tech stuff on it, hasn't it?
It does have all the self-driving stuff.
Yeah, so you've got your adaptive cruise and your lane keep assist.
And I expect, unlike in an MG4,
it won't try and kill you.
It won't just bounce you between the lines.
No.
Steer you into parked cars and only change the cruise speed in 5 mile an hour increments. It probably won't do any of those things.
No. Because, yes, this is more expensive than the MG4, but I do think it now feels more expensive.
It does. It's now justifying its price.
Yeah.
Much better than it did before.
Yeah.
It looks better on the outside.
Yeah.
It feels better on the inside.
Yeah.
The driving experience is still perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And it might, as Rob said, it might sound weird that we're saying that, but that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a Golf electric car.
Yeah. The Golf.
The Golf is a perfectly fine family hatchback.
Yeah, but it's not exciting.
No, never has been.
No. Unless you go for a GTI or an R, but this isn't.
No,
GTI.
it's just a normal car.
It's just an ID.3, and that's fine.
Okay, so I am now driving the ID.3. That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice pickup. You're
Well,
right, the ride isn't great at higher speeds.
It's only on country roads though, because we were driving 60 miles an hour when we're on the dual carriageway. It was fine. I think it's maybe a little unsettled on whatever you would call these roads. Are you trying the braking?
Yeah.
Because I didn't bother trying that.
I much prefer the braking feel when the regen is engaged.
On, yeah.
It feels... So without the regen engaged, I feel like the brake pedal's not doing enough quick enough. Mm-hmm. With it in, it feels just right.
Yeah.
It's nice and threadable on a country lane. It's not a big car.
Yeah, but this is right.
But it feels big inside.
This is the ID car for Britain.
Yeah. Yeah, because the ID4 and 5 are
Wide. Yeah. This isn't. And it can
actually,
still do 230 miles.
For how much car you're getting with the ID Buzz, it doesn't feel hideously wide, but that's just a big car. This is not a big car, and that's nice.
It is nice.
The turning's nice as well.
Yeah, it's rear-wheel drive.
Yeah, nothing going on the front axle.
Yeah.
It's better than on a Golf.
Yeah, and the turning circle's good as well because of that as well.
Yes.
You haven't got an engine in the way of your steering mechanism, so you can go lock to lock further.
It doesn't feel at any point like I could tip it into a corner and kick the back end out and have a giggle.
No, it's not.
Which, even though it doesn't encourage it as far as I'm concerned, you can do in the MG4.
Yes, you can do in the MG4.
It's not completely dead, the steering, though, is it?
No.
There is feel there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an M car or anything.
No. But it's...
I've got a good idea about where I'm about to drive. Not quite less, it's just very competent.
Yeah.
And it now has an interior that reflects its price.
Yeah.
Because also, 37 might sound like a lot of money for a car. But you've got to remember that just like a normal Golf or Focus now is 30 grand.
The average price of a new car that sells in the UK is around £42,000.
So this is cheaper than average.
Yes. Because I know there'll be people screaming at their whatever device they're watching this on, saying £37,000 is outrageous. Have you looked at a car magazine recently?
I mean, the problem is the MG4's there and it's doing it for less.
Yeah.
But the MG4 is by far an outlier.
Yes.
By a long way.
Yes. There's an ID.3.
Yeah.
The old one. Ha!
Loser.
We're in the new one.
We're in the new one because we're very important motoring journalists.
Very important.
That's why we didn't get invited to the launch.
It can't be understated how important we are.
Yeah. Well, Rob, I think we've said all we need to say for the driving.
Yeah.
Let's go back and do a conclusoire.
Yes.
So, Rob, what do you make of the ID.3?
Well, I think we've alluded to it a lot in the driving portion, but it's a very competent car.
It's a good car.
Yeah. It's not exciting.
No.
It's not thrilling.
No.
I don't yearn to have it.
No.
But if I was going to get a small electric car that can fit my family and their stuff in it, and I wanted that little bit more of a premium touch.
Yeah. It's the premium choice in segment.
Yeah. Yeah, because the MG4 is obviously cheaper, but the interior is not as nice as this. The build quality is not quite as good as this. Kia Soul.
It's more expensive.
Yeah. So there you go.
This.
Yeah. There you go.
And I'm in agreement. I agree with Rob.
On what?
On what you've just said.
Oh, okay.
So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. You'll find all of the links to all of our social medias down in the description. You'll also find 2 ways to support the channel. So we have merchandise that Rob's wearing now underneath his quarter-zip jumper. Who wants to...
This is the least sexy thing that's ever happened.
There you go. That sounded good on the mic. And we also have channel memberships if you'd like to sign up for that. So please go and do one or all of those things, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.